To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worry. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watched from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2.
Welcome to the Suplex Sports Podcast. It's your boy Mish back at it in full effect. Yeah. As we get it, shimmying on into the week. Big things popping, little things stopping. NFL news. Of course, we are back at it, baby. It's March Madness, baby. Get your bracket. Let's take a look at the brackets. Gonna do that and get into a few tidbits and wrap it on up, of course. So let's go ahead and get into it here on the Suplex Sports Podcast. Before we do, we need you all to share, like, and subscribe here on the Suplex Sports Podcast, as we are on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please check out Spotify, as all of our episodes of the Suplex Sports Podcast is up and available at your leisure. Little something for you all to listen to on the ride home, in case you're tired of the same old BS and the heavy rotation in music. Holla at your boys here on the Suplex Sports Podcast. Also, before we get into it, we are gonna do, as you mentioned before, we are gonna do a giveaway. WrestleMania weekend, I believe. Yeah, we got some goodies for you guys as well. And we got something very, very special. We need to get those likes up, get those shares up, that subscribe button, hit us up, and we'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? We got a nice little piece of merch. We're gonna go ahead and dangle it out. Give me 2 seconds here. You know what I mean? Everybody's been asking me, where you been getting your drip. That's my secret. But I can hook you up though with an official Tenacity Studios crew neck. You already see the retail on it. We ain't slacking. We ain't hurting at all. Tenacity Studios. Shout out to Tenacity Studios. I'm talking about, get your hoodie game right. Get your shirt game right. Get your crew neck game right. Get your jacket, your varsity jackets right. You know what I'm saying? Tenacity Studios. This is where it's at, baby. You know what I'm saying? So this will be a giveaway. We will let you know when we're giving this bad boy away. But we need them shares, likes, and subscribes to go up. Alright, holla at us. Don't forget to comment as well. We do look at comments. We will call you out too. We ain't scared. We right here. Suplexing. That's how we do it all day, every day. So let's get into it. March Madness. It's finally here. I hope everybody went out, took the time, get your brackets together. Go ahead, go through, and go ahead and make the determination of who you think is going to be the national championship. Talking about from the Sweet 16 to the Elite 8 to the Final 4 to the championship game. Of course, everybody's going to get out that first round, but you already know there's going to be some bracket busting going early. So right now I only got one bracket done. I'm probably going to do another one and modify it, as I am currently in a little bracketology type league, with a few people. So it's gonna be pretty intriguing, I think. Can't wait to get it started. So I'm just gonna go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay attention to my scribble. I'll read it for you. Here, my little Final Four bracket. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys know the teams that I currently are going to be in the Elite 8 matchups. I think Elite 8, Final 4, the championship game. All right, could be wrong. Most likely am wrong, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Because I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna look at me and be like, "Damn, my bracket's already busted." But you know what? That Mish, you got guys keeping it going. Hopefully y'all make a little bit of bread, because I'm pretty sure I ain't. All right, I got for the Elite 8, I have Auburn going against Michigan State. Then I have Florida going against St. John's. All right. Opposite side of the Elite Eight, I have Duke versus Alabama. And I have Houston versus Tennessee. Simple as that. Now, who takes it, in my humble opinion, between Auburn and Michigan State? I'm going to say Auburn. So I took Auburn. All right. Auburn advancing to the Final Four. Between Florida and St. John's, I got Florida going to the Final Four. Matchup between Duke and Alabama. I was on the fence with this one. I'm not going to lie. I was on the fence. Definitely on the fence. And, but I got to stand 10 toes down. Of course, I'm doing another bracket, so I'll switch it up. I have Duke over Alabama. Duke going to the Final Four. And Houston over Tennessee. Houston going to the Final Four. Final Four matchups, Auburn versus Florida. I got Florida going to the championship. And I have Duke versus Houston. I have Houston going to the championship with the national champion of NCAA 2025 being the Florida Gators. That Gator chomp. That Gator chomp, baby. So I'm going with Florida. Just my first bracket. Not being biased. Big Florida fan. You know, I looked at the documentary of, Florida on Netflix. Check it out. Whatever else have you. Them boys are bad. But Lord Voldemort was on that team in Florida too. But nonetheless, it is what it is in that regard. I got Florida taking it. I want to know what you all's thoughts are. What are you all's thoughts on the NCAA bracket? Seriously, who's going to get to the Elite Eight? Who's going to go to the Final Four? Who's taking the whole thing? Gotta let your boy know. Let your boy know. We can go ahead and compare notes and we can chop it up. I think we can do that. Definitely do. It's going to be pretty good. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for it. You know what I'm saying? This is the best time of the year watching these games. I don't really get a chance to take in a lot of college basketball during the season. But when I do, just see who's balling out, who looks good, potentially NBA ready and all that good old stuff as well. So, but this is where you start stamping and putting your stamp on things, and making yourself known to the world, especially for those seniors coming out who's looking to get to the NBA, or those sophomores or juniors looking to make the next step as well. All right, Jada Chomp. All right, so we're just gonna get into a few tidbits as well. So, annual meetings are getting underway for the NFL. It seems as though there's a few things that's on the table a little bit controversial. So, case in point, it seems as though the Packers have submitted a formal proposal to ban the tush push. So, you stop it. Stop it. Isn't that what you have a defensive coordinator for, to draw up schemes to stop that, man? So they've been doing that tush push for 2 straight seasons now, and it doesn't seem as though anybody can stop it effectively. And for what it's worth, they're going to score. Jalen Hurts is going to score. You're going to get in every single time. And, you can't blame a team that's good at it. Name of the game is to get in the end zone and get 6, right? They doing their thing. So, there's a lot of hateration, holleration on it. And that's probably because it's kind of unorthodox. We've all seen quarterbacks on 4th and 1 do a quarterback sneak. You got guys pushing the quarterback over the line as hard as they can to get him over the goal line just to get that 6. What's the difference between quarterback sneak and the tush push? Everybody's working together for the same common goal, get 6. At the same time, man, y'all got to do something to stop it. It's either that, and if they ban it, they ban it, man. But I didn't think a team would really take it that far, though. You know what I'm saying? That's like crying wolf in a way, But at the same time, I think every team in the NFL expects the tush push. It's all about how you can stop it. So, I mean, if stopping it is putting a formal proposal on it, then so be it. It's interesting. Really, really interesting, man. I think everybody would just classify the Packers as haters at this rate. But at the same time, man, I mean, stop it one or two times. Somebody's going to stop it at some point or find a formula for it. That's what it's all about, you know, and paying attention to the snap count, which is pretty much different to do, you know, difficult to do, I meant, considering the snap count could change and different plays and sayings and so forth. You don't want to do too much to get things like that on video. You know what they'll do. Take away draft picks, suspensions, and all that good old stuff. So that's going to be very intriguing. Also on the docket was to eliminate first downs as a penalty imposed for defensive holding and illegal contact. That was what the Detroit Lions have proposed. I mean, we all know all holding penalties. Holding penalties on defense during a play, you know, they do result in a first down, typically. Especially, I think what happens is that when you get defensive holding late in games where the games are on a line, I think, you know, it becomes crucial. It really does. And, you know, there is, you know, replay and things of that nature and whatever else have you. And for what it's worth, it just doesn't always fall that way. And with that said, it's just, you know, it's just the belly of the beast and nature of the game. Of course, if it happened to your team, of course, the first thing you're going to say is, yo, we got hosed, we got screwed, yo, something's wrong with the rest of this, that, and the third. And you know, for the most part, it could actually be true. You know, there's been a lot of questionable calls over the season, over the last few seasons, that needed to be seriously taken a look at. Some things didn't really seem as though it was a hold that was called for a hold. Referees not wanting to review the actual holds unless they throw out the red flag for review. In terms of illegal contact, I mean, hey man, it can make or break a game. I get it. If you just want to, you know, go with 5 yards instead of a first, you know, a fresh set of downs, then, you know, I think I could be for it, you know, but at the same time, you know, you guys are professionals, you get ready, you know what holding is, you know what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. Every year, the game kind of tweaks a little bit. And that's why you kind of have these referees, you know, during these, you know, OTAs or whatever else have you, they come in. And, you know, that way you get a better judgment of what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. That's what looking at tapes about, studying the game, studying film, and doing things a different way. And just being creative with it. So, I mean, interesting, but we'll see what happens with it. Also, Philly also petitioned for postseason and regular season overtime rules by granting both teams an opportunity to possess the ball regardless of the outcome of the first possession, subject to a 15-minute overtime period in regular season. I'm with that. I think that every team should get a fair shot to go ahead and take the ball downfield. Honestly, I do. If you can do it and score, they score it. Bet. Y'all got to come up the field and do it the other way. You know, everybody should get a fair shake, I think, and go from there. Not really opposed to it. And I think it makes the games a little bit more exciting as well. I mean, it's especially, you went down to score, let me see you do it. You know, like no different from was it the Super Bowl? The Niners, they went down, kicked the field goal. You know, and it's like, damn, the only thing y'all gotta do is just hold off this Mahomes cat. Couldn't even do it. You know, so I get it, but you know, we'll see. I mean, I don't think there's too much change in the NFL. We'll see what's on the table, what's off the table, what news they implement, what they don't. But we'll be sure to talk about it once it comes down the turnpike. That's for damn sure. All right. So Aaron Rodgers' watch has begun now as the hired gun. You know, his teams are waiting for him to make his decision in terms of where he wants to go. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they want Rodgers. The New York Giants, I believe they was in it for Rodgers, as well as the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings came out and said that, J.J. McCarthy's going to be our starting quarterback going into the regular season next year as he rehabs. We're not interested in the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. So, I mean, that's one team down. So we'll see ultimately where he signs with. I think the smarter move for Aaron would be to essentially sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers, considering they got two terrific wide receivers with the newly acquired DK Metcalf, as well as George Pickens on the other side of the ball. Not to mention your tight end Pat Fryermuth. I believe Jalen Warren, he's going to get a lot of touches as Najee Harris is officially departed. It's going to be a very intriguing year for the Steelers. I think Rodgers would fit pretty good in that system. I believe there was an interview early in the week with Cam Hayward, the defensive tackle for the Steelers, talking about, do you have any sales pitches, anything you want to do to, get Rodgers over? And essentially he said no. Like, you want to come be a part of this, come and be a part of it. If not, then, I ain't losing no sleep over it. Pretty confident, but, you would think one would want to recruit pretty good gunslinger who already has one Super Bowl win. With that said, there's another gunslinger who could potentially, be traded for out there, who I think still has something left in the tank. Also a Super Bowl champion by the name of Joe Flacco. So, I think Flacco can, get you downfield as well, get some things done, as well as be a mentor as well. So, I mean, all in all, we'll see what happens. But I think overall, if Rodgers looks at it on paper, once he comes out of his darkness retreat or whatever else have you, then maybe he should just, I'm going with Pittsburgh, or maybe I'm going with the Giants. I really don't see that happening. Although him and Malik Neighbors could be special. If not, maybe Rodgers just flats out retires. I think he has more left in the tank. I just think everybody gets tired. They're starting to get a little bit tired of the Aaron Rodgers aura. The guy only has one Super Bowl. Phenomenal talent. And, been on a lot of teams that came up short. So, for what it is, I do like him. I do like Aaron Rodgers, but, I don't know. But J.J. McCarthy essentially has gotten the keys to the car when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold in the offseason went ahead and moved on to Seattle. So, yeah, it's going to be very intriguing going forward in terms of the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. All right, defensive end, Brandon Graham, after 15 seasons, 2 Super Bowls with the Philadelphia Eagles, has retired. I salute to you, my guy. You done took out my boy Brady, had the strip sack. That took us down. Still ain't getting over that one, man. That was a damn good game. Probably one of the best Super Bowls, honestly, in terms of yardage and points put up. For real. But yeah, Brandon's done. I'll salute to you, Brandon, as you move on and your future endeavors, brother. Congrats to you. 2 Super Bowls. Definitely will be with the Philadelphia Eagles Ring of Honor, and maybe down the line, future Hall of Famer in Canton, Ohio. I salute, King. I salute. Also, people were getting the bag. Yeah, people were getting the bag. Finally, Jamar Chase got his money. He got his money from Cincinnati. Also, T. Higgins, who was franchise tagged, he got his money from Cincinnati as well. Both receivers are coming back on respectable 4-year deals. I don't know how respectable can it be in the lamest terms. Jamar Chase, 4 years, $161 million. Boom. T. T. Higgins, 4 years, $115 million. Boom. All right, Joe Burrow, he got his weapons back. He also got Gesicki. It's gonna be really intriguing. Hopefully, they can get off to a stronger start than what they did last season. I think get them Cincinnati coming out to a slow start. It definitely hurt them. It definitely did. In terms of them trying to catch up and get to the playoffs and make the playoffs after the fact, as they was one of the highly touted AFC teams going into last season. Just couldn't get it done, but going into this season, we'll see what happens. And hopefully they can, not only get back to the playoffs, but get back to the Super Bowl as well. A lot of shifting going on, so we'll see what happens. I think they probably have a pretty good shot, considering their team really hasn't been busted up that much through free agency. So, that's something. Also, their defensive end, Hendricks, they gotta lock him up, as it's a report that he could potentially sit out the year if he ain't paid. So you're gonna pay that man or trade that man, but that man want that bread. So we'll keep an eye on it and see where it goes from there. Other than that, man, what can you say? You got two prolific receivers right now. Well, one prolific receiver. Higgins has been in and out, hurt, but when he's on, hands down. So, but if they stay healthy throughout the whole entire season, the sky's the limit for the Cincinnati Bengals, hands down, I think. All right. Also in news, it seems as though there has been a visitor, or there's going to be a visit in Foxborough, Massachusetts, between Stephon Diggs and the New England Patriots. I like it. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. That's all I know. So, looking forward to that, definitely. Also, my man, $100,000, Byron Leftwich, no longer with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as he was let go about a season or two back now. He has signed on to be with Coach Prime and coach in Colorado. Colorado's building themselves a nice little program with some good, talented coaching staff, some Hall of Famers in there as well. Byron Leftwich is, I would say, is a pretty good offensive coordinator, considering he was coordinating Tom Brady to the Super Bowl that year with Bruce Arians, which was pretty good. That was cool, real cool, man. I mean, I was happy for Byron as he made that switch from quarterback to coach, and essentially he's done pretty well at it. So he's going to Colorado. He will be joining Marshall Faulk, Hall of Fame running back, as he is currently the running backs coach, and also join the Hall of Famer Warren Sapp, defensive tackle, as Warren Sapp is with the defense and with strategics and the strategy and all that good old stuff and personnel, and what more can you ask for? You got two Hall of Famers, and you got a quarterback who's essentially the guru, or if you would, to Tom Brady on his way to his 7th ring. So I think you can probably expect the schemes to be a little bit different. Have those guys. I think it makes Colorado, depending on the offense that they run, I think them guys will probably be more pro ready a lot than just about any team out there, I believe. But it looks good on paper, but they gotta perform on the field, right? That's just the way it goes. Major League Baseball has opened up the season. MLB has started, baby. Spring's already here, baby. It's here. It's time to go get that Claritin, that Zyrtec, that allergy medication. Go get your neti pot and all of the above, because that pollen's gonna start stinking soon. Pollen starts stinking, and you get the bases start shaking. It's already started in Japan. LA Dodgers with the Chicago Cubs. Already, you got Roki Sasaki. He's doing his thing out there. Yeah, he went out there, did his thing. Shohei Ohtani with the home run. Back home in his home country of Japan. He's a rock star on a whole nother level. Reminds me of how they had Hideki Matsui Godzilla. Reminds me of that, man. That's how big Shohei Ohtani is over there. And yeah, they already just went ahead and they sweep the Cubs. So the Dodgers are already up to a 3-0 lead in the National League right now. Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Dodgers look poised to repeat. The Dodgers look poised to be in it for a while now, you know. And they keep getting better. They keep tacking on that and on. Them guys got a phenomenal ownership, and those guys they out to win. They're out to win. Hopefully we can get another Boston LA series going. Let's get them ratings up. Go Sox. All right. Want to wrap it up here on the Suplex Sports Podcast. Share, like, and subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can find the Suplex Sports Podcast. Share, like, subscribe, comment. We'll be definitely sure to get back to you. You know what I'm saying? Just take a quick moment, just boop, boop. That's it. You could just hit boop. Oh, and you just come back and check on me. Oh, damn, I forgot. You put out another episode. Damn. Get us some love. We're going to give you some love back. Also, NBA playoffs is coming up soon. We're going to have a special guest on here. We're going to get into some NBA stuff as well. We are expanding a little bit with the wrestling show with Zay. We have some more people on for that show as well. We're going to get some more debate and some more interest, so you speak. If you all can't comment and have us talk about some things, well, damn it, we're going to have somebody come in here and talk for you, whether you like it or not. I mean, that's just the name of the game. Hit your comments. Get at us. We here. Suplex of the week. Suplex of the week. And I don't know how to feel about it. Well, I do know how to feel about it, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be too political. But with that said, this whole DEI situation and President, cutting it. It's trash. To sum it all up, is trash. I think it's trash. And they had took Jackie Robinson off website, for Department of Defense, talking about what he's done, in terms of his history when he was with the United States Army, as other dignitaries as well. Celebrities have served, World War I, World War II. Shout out to the Navajo Code Talkers. Shout out to the Marines, Iwo Jima. Shout out to the Tuskegee Airmen. It's like you're erasing history for what? What is there to? What are you erasing history for? When you definitely know that there is a bias. For some odd reason, everybody touts this as, you're touting this as the greatest country, X, Y, and Z. Well, there are other countries out there that are just as good who don't have as much bullshit that we got going on here. You know what I mean? With the taxes, income taxes, and road taxes, excise taxes, paying this, paying that, or whatever else have you. People are able to work, live free, live their life. Not a care in the world in most countries. Now this dude's talking about cutting this and putting more money into our pocket. But meanwhile, despite everything, we're still in debt, owing another country millions and billions of dollars. So I mean, it's just, ultimately, who's running it? Who's running it? Because regardless of what, if you owe somebody a large, vast sum of money, then, you expect them to come in and tickle the taint a little bit. You know what I mean? And essentially, they can put their thumb on your neck, essentially. And all the money that goes out is essentially going back to them, pretty much. don't look like we're getting too much ahead. You know, their technology is growing and growing and growing. Man, you know, they ain't got no problem showing off what they doing. We ain't been showing off at all. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm pretty sure they harboring it, but like, yo, these cats got gadgets and gizmos and stuff that, you know, either we do have and ain't putting to use, or they just keeping their mouth shut. But yo, they letting us know, yeah, look, this is what we got. You know, and now Army is pretty teched up too. So, but ultimately, erasing history of our great athletes and what they've done for serving the country, as well as our great minorities that have served the country as well, and making it seem as though that, you know, it's creating a divide. No, it's not about forgetting what they done, their sacrifice, their honor, what they died for. All those men putting up that flag in Iwo Jima. Come on, man. I've seen that. You've seen that video countless of times. I was very, very fortunate enough to witness it with my two eyes. The actual statue, I believe that's in Virginia. And it's very touching. It really is. And to see it up close and personal with your own two eyes, it's enough to bring a tear to your eye. It's enough to make you really realize the ultimate sacrifices that these guys did for us to live the way we living right now, honestly. And you know, to create whatever type of divisiveness, man, it's just trash, bro. It's just trash, man. You know, and it's a bad mark, and it makes us look bad in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, other than that's about it, without getting too political with it. You know, I just and you know, initially they took Jackie Robinson out, but then they put him back in as well. So the stuff that was taken offline and then put under DEI is now back up online. You know, I believe Major League Baseball had to get involved with that as well. But I don't think it's no secret that the Navajo Indians and their you know, the cold talking that was crucial during war as well. You know what I'm saying? You can't forget those people. You can't erase that out of history. You can't erase those dudes putting up that flag at Iwo Jima. You can't, you know, erase red tails, black battalions. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Those guys with the Tuskegee Airmen who went out there and sacrificed themselves to make sure targets were met. You know? I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, bro. Leave history alone. In that retrospect, get rid of the hate out of history is what you gotta do. Can't forget it. You can't forget it. That's for damn sure. But, you know, some things do have to be eradicated. For sure. But, political world's a dirty game, and I'm not built for it. That's why I'm doing sports. With that said, like and subscribe here on the Suplex Sports Podcast. This is your boy Mish. This is the Weekend Roundup. And want to get with you guys next go round. Next up should be with Zay. You doing a show?
Yes, sir.
Alright, bet. So Zay will be up here to do a show as well. We're going to get into it. A lot to talk about as well. But other than that, stay tuned. Hit me up with your questions, your comments. I'll be sure to get back to you. Other than that, this is Suplex Sports Podcast. Your boy Mish. And I'm out. Yeah.